down over there a bit. We felt it was really appropriate to be able to mark their service by giving some awards. So I would like to invite Roberto Scapella to come up to give the first of the posthumous awards and say a few words about the recipient. Thank you.
It's very difficult for me to remember Alessandro here. The best thing I can say of her is that she was friendly to every one of us, and she had always a word for every one of us. And I beg your pardon, but I'm not so able to go on. So I have to thank you. Of course, I am in touch with her husband, and I will deliver to him what you are ready to give. Thank you so much.
I know it's hugely difficult. I think we all feel that it's really strange being here without her, and that's the thing. But here's the award, and please pass that on.
Thank you, Kate.
Had a very sharp mind, very brilliant person, very dedicated, served in many different organizations. I don't know that we will be able to fill the place that he's left us, but you know, I miss him personally. He was very close to me. We worked together, fought together, and then worked together again for the better part of 30 years. So I really thank you for the time that you take out of your meal to at least recognize him and the work that he's done, and we'll try to carry on in his honor. Thank you.
Okay, in happier times, now we move on to the 3 awards which we normally have each year. That is the Young Person of the Year, the Member of the Year, and the Individual of the Year. So the first of those awards goes to the Young Person of the Year, a rarity in this business, a young person. But I'm going to ask to present the award. I'm going to invite Jonathan from the China Fur and Leather Commission, if he could make the award and announce who the winner and recipient is this year. Jonathan, please come up.
Okay, so the first award to the young generation will be Mercy from IFF China office. Thank you very much, Mercy. For everything you did for China.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well done, Mercy. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Mercy. The next award goes to the Member of the Year, and the Member of the Year comes from Europe. So it's appropriate to invite the Chairman of Fur Europe to make this presentation. A warm welcome for John Papso, please.
Thank you, Mark. I'm very pleased to honor Estonia for the great job you have done. You don't have much money, you don't request for much money. Thank you for that. So, but yeah, please come on.
I'm very surprised.
But you shouldn't be surprised, because what Estonia have done this year, and they're too bashful to say, but there was a proposal to ban fur in Estonia, and let's be honest, it took us 4 million to defeat the ban in New York. It took us a hell of a lot less to defeat the ban in Estonia, and that's due to Tarmo and his work, so thank you very much indeed. Finally, to the final award of the year, to an individual for outstanding contribution to the fur industry. I feel very strongly about this award because I have got to know this individual over the last year incredibly well, at all times of day and night, all over the weekend. And the award is going to be presented by our chairman, Johannes. So Johannes, if you would, where are you? If you're joining me on the platform. The award, I want to say a few words about the individual. The award is going to go to Ryan Holt as Individual of the Year. And you need a bit emotional about it, oddly enough, but you need to know that this guy has stepped up hugely for all of us. As you know, America has been a hugely complicated issue over the last 12 months. And there was a number of periods when it was pretty dark and pretty difficult. We didn't have a chief executive, we didn't have much money, and Ryan and I were talking daily about how we would be able to defend New York and California. And I was conscious that I was talking in an office, being paid to do this, and Ryan was talking while he was trying to pelt or feed the mink, and he was trying to run a business. And the commitment and the energy and the support and the passion and the intellectual rigor that he has given to America, and the way he's done it at the same time as running his own business in difficult circumstances as well, is absolutely huge, and we all owe him a huge debt of gratitude. This award is so well deserved. Ryan, please come and accept it.
I would like also to say some words about Ryan. It is a great example how successful we can be if we all stick together. We saw in the sample of New York that the trade, the farmers, the auction houses, every businessman, every worker in the factories, they pull together and they make the incredible work. And Ryan, of course, was one of the leaders. He, as Mark said, 24 hours was reachable. I forget what time difference we had, but sometimes when we spoke it was good time for me but bad for him, as I understand later on. But thank you Ryan for everything you did. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. It's the something with the cheese. I don't know. One thing I was brought up with from my parents. But to try to think of other people first. It's horrible. To try to serve others, to try to put others' problems ahead of your problems. Oddly enough, that's what keeps you going, is serving other people. Through these last 4 years of market decline and losing many close friends, David included, literally, as well as losing people in the industry because of the price structure and where we're all at and the fights that we all have. The last thing we need to do is be fighting with each other. I think if we all take a step back and learn from Dave, and learn from my parents, and put the other person first, put the other situation first, you'll find that your situation takes care of itself rather easily. There's not near as much conflict in your situation as long as you're thinking of somebody else, putting somebody else first. So that's the way I've tried to approach this. It's been a real privilege to work for all of you, to try to see if we can turn things around. Hopefully you see the results, and we're not done yet, of course. There'll be many times where I'll get the chance to call Mark at 1 o'clock in the morning because I keep forgetting that he lives in another country, because we do talk so often it seems like he's next door. So thank you again. Look forward to many years of doing the same.
Okay, that concludes the awards. I think you get a sense.